Hey there, fellow truth-seekers and conspiracy enthusiasts. Buckle up, because we're about to dive deep into the mind-bending world of Nostradamus and his eerie predictions for 2025. Get ready to have your mind blown as we unravel the mysteries of the past, present, and future. Let's kick things off with a quick rundown of Nostradamus's greatest hits. This 16th-century French astrologer and prophet left us with a treasure trove of cryptic quatrains, covering everything from world-changing events to bizarre natural phenomena. We're talking about the French Revolution, the rise of Hitler, and even the invention of the atomic bomb. But hold on to your tinfoil hats, folks, because we're about to fast-forward to the present day and see which of his predictions have actually come true as of 2025. First up, we've got the prediction about a great star that would burn for 7 days, causing widespread destruction. Well, wouldn't you know it, in 2023, we witnessed an unprecedented solar flare that knocked out power grids across the globe for, you guessed it, 7 days. Coincidence? I think not. Next on the list is the emergence of a new form of energy that would revolutionize transportation. Lo and behold, in 2024, scientists finally cracked the code on cold fusion, paving the way for clean, limitless energy. Nostradamus, you sly dog, you've done it again. But wait, there's more. Remember that quatrain about a great empire crumbling under the weight of its own corruption? Well, let's just say certain world powers have been looking a little shaky lately. I'm not naming names, but you know who you are. Now, let's get to the juicy stuff. The final chapter of Nostradamus's predictions, centered around the one and only Antichrist. According to our boy Nosti, this figure would emerge as a charismatic leader, promising peace and prosperity while secretly plotting world domination. Talk about a wolf in sheep's clothing. But here's where it gets really interesting. Nostradamus did industrialize with vague descriptions. He gave us some specific characteristics to look out for. The Antichrist, he said, would be a master of deception, able to manipulate the masses through powerful rhetoric and cunning use of technology. Sound familiar? I'm looking at you, social media influencers. He also mentioned that this figure would rise to power during a time of great global turmoil, capitalizing on people's fears and insecurities. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds an awful lot like, well, pretty much every major political figure in recent history. Speaking of which, let's take a stroll down memory lane and see if any historical figures fit the bill for our potential Antichrist. We've got Napoleon Bonaparte, the pint-sized conqueror with a Napoleon complex to match. Then there's the infamous dictator involved in World War II, whose rise to power and subsequent reign of terror certainly ticks a few boxes on the Antichrist checklist. Moving into more recent times, we've seen our fair share of controversial leaders who've had conspiracy theorists buzzing, from charismatic cult leaders to ruthless dictators. The 20th and 21st centuries have given us plenty of candidates for the title of Antichrist. But here's where things get really interesting, and potentially a bit dicey. What about the presidents of the United States? Now, before you start firing off angry tweets, let me be clear. I'm not pointing fingers or making accusations here. We're just exploring possibilities, folks. That being said, it's hard to ignore some of the eerie parallels between Nostradamus's descriptions and certain characteristics we've seen in past and present commanders-in-chief. The ability to sway public opinion with powerful speeches, check. Rising to power during times of national or global crisis. Double-check. Implementing policies that dramatically reshape the world order. You bet. Now, I'm not saying that any specific president is the Antichrist. That would be ridiculous. not to mention potentially libelous. But it's certainly food for thought, isn't it? After all, the office of the president is one of the most powerful positions in the world. If someone with less than noble intentions were to occupy that seat, well, let's just say it could spell trouble with a capital T. But here's the real kicker, folks. According to Nostradamus, the true identity of the Antichrist wouldn't be revealed until it was almost too late. This figure would operate in the shadows, slowly accumulating power and influence until the moment was right to strike. So, for all we know, the Antichrist could be walking among us right now, biding their time and waiting for the perfect opportunity to make their move. And that brings us to the million-dollar question. If Nostradamus was right about all these other predictions, what does that mean for the future? Are we really on the brink of a global catastrophe, with the Antichrist poised to seize control and plunge the world into darkness? Well, my friends, that's where I'm going to leave you hanging. After all, what fun would it be if I gave away all the answers? The truth is out there, waiting to be discovered by those brave enough to seek it. So, keep your eyes peeled, your minds open, and your tinfoil hats at the ready. Because, in this crazy world of ours, anything is possible. And the next chapter of Nostradamus' prophecies could be unfolding right before our very eyes. Until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and remember, the truth is stranger than fiction, especially when Nostradamus is involved.